Hey there, welcome back. If you were a little girl in the 1960s, you didn't need screens to have fun, just a paper doll, a charm bracelet, and a jump rope you used like a microphone. Number 1. Barbie Takes the World.
Everyone's talking about Barbie, the glamorous fashion model doll by Mattel. And now Barbie tells her own romantic story on records.
She came with high-heeled feet and a wardrobe that made your mother nervous. Barbie wasn't just a doll. She was a cultural reset. You had the dream house if you were lucky, a suitcase full of tiny shoes if you weren't, and a hairbrush you used like it was sacred. Barbie could be anything, an astronaut, a ballerina, a nurse, and somehow still had time to date Ken. And that black and white swimsuit she launched in? Instant icon status. Every girl had a favorite Barbie, and every brother had accidentally stepped on one. Number 2. Wearing Patsy Cline's heartache.
I've got your picture that you gave to me.
Music hit differently back then. You didn't stream it. You shared it through transistor radios or kitchen record players. Your mom had her favorites: Patsy Cline, Connie Francis, Brenda Lee. And whether you knew Heartbreak or not, you sang every word. The sound of Crazy drifting through the kitchen while dinner simmered was about as American as a box of Jell-O. You didn't always get the lyrics, but that didn't stop you from pouring every bit of 9-year-old emotion into "I'm sorry," like you'd just been dumped at the sock hop. Number 3. Wearing your best for school picture day. One day a year, everything had to be perfect. Your dress had starch, your socks had lace, your bangs had been trimmed just a little too short, and heaven help you if your mom had a fresh bottle of dippity-doo. You posed stiffly, smiled with all your baby teeth, or none at all, and tried not to blink while the photographer counted down. Then you waited weeks for a photo that would get taped to the fridge, mailed to grandma, and stuffed into wallets. Number 4. Charm bracelets that told your story. Each charm was a miniature time capsule. A piano, if you played one, a tiny dog for your real one. A locket with a photo no bigger than a thumbnail. The sound of those bracelets jingling down the school hallway? That was the soundtrack of girlhood in the 60s. Bonus points if it turned your arm green. That meant it was real fun. All right, quick reality check. Turns out most of the folks watching haven't hit that subscribe button yet. So here's the deal. I'll keep digging up these 60s gems and bringing the memories, and all I ask is a small favor. If this isn't your first trip down memory lane with me, go ahead and subscribe. If it is your first, no rush. But if you're back for more, help an old guy out. It really does keep this going. And if you're on Facebook, come find me there too. Thanks. Number 5. The magic of paper dolls.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Betsy. Why, it's Betsy McCall. Betsy McCall with an all-new wardrobe. When you shop, Betsy McCall shops with you.
Whitman Punch-Out Books. Betsy McCall from McCall's Magazine. A shoebox full of paper outfits that never folded quite right once you bent the tabs. Paper dolls were the Pinterest of their day. You'd sit cross-legged for hours, mixing and matching ball gowns with ballet shoes, hospital scrubs with tiaras, because fashion rules didn't apply when everything was made of cardboard. One gust of wind, though? Game over. Number 6. Sitting cross-legged in your square dance skirt. Gym class wasn't all dodgeballs and jumping jacks. Sometimes it was square dancing, which meant ruffled skirts, blushing at the thought of holding a boy's hand, and shouting "dosado" like you knew what it meant. You twirled, you curtsied, and you tried not to trip over your saddle shoes. Half the girls hated it. The other half were just thrilled their skirts made that satisfying swish when they spun. And no one ever forgot the one boy who took it way too seriously. Number 7. Hair ribbons and Breck girls.
Got a date? Needs a wash? Take a bottle, take a tap, and you. It's as easy as that.
Long before influencers, we had Breck girls. They stared at you from magazines like 17 and Teen Beat with their soft curls and poreless skin, holding bottles of shampoo like they'd discovered the fountain of youth. You'd go home, grab your mom's shampoo, probably Prel, and spend 20 minutes trying to get your hair to do that. Did it work? Maybe not. But add a satin ribbon and a little help from your mom's Aquanet, and you were ready to conquer recess. Number 8. Playing house with Suzy Homemaker.
This is the world of busy girls, the world of Suzy Homemaker. And now you can get so many things from Suzy Homemaker.
Suzy wasn't just a doll, she was a lifestyle. That little pink oven, the blender, the iron. You baked tiny cakes the size of quarters. You ran pretend laundry. You vacuumed imaginary carpet. Suzy had you believing adulthood was all mini appliances and smiling while you cooked. You had no idea the real thing didn't come with that much pink plastic or that much fun. Number 9. The smell of Play-Doh and paste. There was something magical about opening a fresh can of Play-Doh. That salty, yeasty smell. That cold, squishy texture. You didn't just sculpt, you savored. And don't get us started on school paste. Your pencil box was a treasure chest, filled with stubby crayons, safety scissors, and those pink erasers that always tore your paper no matter how gently you used them. Number 10. Story time with little golden books.
Golden books. Golden books. I grew up with little golden books.
Before TikTok, there was the pokey little puppy, Scuffy the tugboat, the saggy baggy elephant. Those foil-spined little golden books had pride of place on your shelf, right next to your piggy bank and a dusty box of barrettes. They were short, sweet, and read on repeat. You probably still remember which ones were your favorites, and which ones had torn pages from a little too much love. Number 11. Those plastic high-heeled dress-up shoes. They were cheap. They were noisy. They never left the house. Those plastic high heels clacked across the linoleum like you owned the place, playing dress-up as a movie star, a teacher, or Miss America herself. They pinched, they wobbled, and the strap gave out by day 3, but you didn't care. They were just for fun, your first taste of glamour, and a warm-up act for the Dr. Scholl's sandals you'd clack around in for real a few years later. Number 12. Sitting in the way back of the station wagon.
Driving will never be the same again for you.
No seatbelts, no complaints. You sat facing backwards in the way back, eating wax bottles full of sugar water and waving at drivers like royalty. The windows were down, your hair was wild, and your parents were arguing with a road map up front. Summer road trips were a rite of passage. You learned how to stretch out across beach towels, share snacks without fighting, and guess what song would come up next on the 8-track? If the AC broke, that's what paper fans from church were for. Number 13. Playing school with your chalkboard and pointer. When you weren't at school, you were pretending to run one. The chalkboard had smudges that never erased right. Your dolls sat perfectly still or got detention. You wrote spelling tests, took attendance, and taught history like you actually understood it. And the best part, that pointer stick. Waving it around made you feel powerful, especially when your little brother was the only student and you sent him to the pretend principal's office for talking during math. Number 14. Homemade Halloween costumes and plastic masks. Store-bought costumes weren't the norm, they were the luxury. Your costume probably involved a plastic smock and a mask that made your face sweat. That thin rubber band in the back was one wrong move away from snapping. You could barely breathe, let alone see. But you walked tall, swinging your pillowcase-turned candy bag and praying someone had full-size Snickers. If your mom sewed your costume, it came with love, and probably a note in your lunchbox the next day that said, "Don't get it dirty." Number 15. Secret codes and sleepover games. Sleepovers weren't just popcorn and pillow fights. They were events. You made cootie catchers, ranked crushes with MASH, and spent hours deciding your future based on how many times you said bubble gum during a jump rope chant. Someone always brought a flashlight. Someone always chickened out during the ghost story. And someone's mom always said, "All right, girls, it's time for bed," only to hear giggling for another 2 hours. You learned friendship, loyalty, and how to make a Ouija board from notebook paper. These weren't just toys or trends. They were the soundtrack of your girlhood. So if this walk down memory lane brought back even one, "Oh my gosh, I forgot about that" moment, do me a favor. Tap that like button, leave a comment with your favorite childhood memory, and subscribe for more vintage treasures coming your way. Until next time, keep those memories strong and keep that charm bracelet jingling